It's 3 a.m. You're lying in bed, and suddenly your mind pulls up a conversation from years ago, something small, slightly awkward, and now it feels huge. Most of us think this is just anxiety or overthinking, and yes, sometimes it is. But when your mind replays conversations like this, something quieter is happening underneath. Something about how you see yourself and how hard you're trying to fix a moment that's already gone. We usually assume we're replaying conversations to understand other people, what they thought, what they meant, whether they judged us. But that's not what's really happening. When you replay a conversation, you're not analyzing it. You're editing yourself. You're trying to become the version of you who said the perfect thing, at the perfect time, with the perfect tone. And that's why it hurts, because that version can't exist anymore. The moment is frozen, and you're left staring at the version of yourself who showed up. Notice which conversations stick. They're rarely the ones where you were cruel or offensive. They're the subtle ones, where you laughed a second too late, spoke a little too fast, sounded more eager than you wanted to be. Small moments, but your mind treats them like evidence. Evidence that you're not who you want to be yet. Psychology calls this the gap between the actual self and the ideal self, and your brain hates that gap. So it replays the moment, not to understand it, but to close a distance that only exists inside your head. Here's the part most people don't realize. When you replay a memory, you're not remembering the original event. You're remembering the last time you remembered it. Memory isn't a recording. It's a story that gets rewritten each time. So the conversation you've replayed for years is no longer the real one. It's been edited by anxiety, colored by insecurity, sharpened by fear. The awkward parts grow louder, the neutral moments fade, and soon you're reacting to something that never fully happened. Your mind isn't helping you. It's quietly distorting the past. Now, some people say, I replay conversations to learn from them. That sounds healthy, but there's an important difference here. Reflection moves forward. It has an ending. Rumination loops. Same moment, same lesson, same self-criticism, over and over. And loops don't lead anywhere. People who replay conversations endlessly aren't obsessed with growth. They're obsessed with control. Control over how they're seen, control over the story, control over the past. And the past can't be controlled. There's something even deeper happening. Every replay is a rehearsal, not for the future, but for a version of yourself that didn't exist. Smoother, funnier, more confident, more acceptable. And each time you rehearse that version, you quietly tell yourself the real one wasn't enough. That's the damage, not the awkward moment, but the belief that being human disqualifies you from connection. Over time, your mind becomes a courtroom, and you're always on trial. One mistake becomes a verdict. One moment becomes an identity. The tragedy isn't what you said years ago. It's that you've spent years believing it defines you. So here's a different way to look at it. What if the conversations you replay are the ones that don't represent who you are? Your mind senses the mismatch. This doesn't fit, it says, so I need to look again. But maybe the answer isn't another replay. Maybe it's letting one moment be incomplete, unresolved, imperfect. Because conversations are just that, moments. Not prophecies, not character judgments, not proof of failure. Just moments where you showed up with what you had at the time. No second take, no hindsight. And that was enough. If this felt familiar, you're not alone. You can share your thoughts in the comments, or subscribe if you want more reflections like this. Some moments don't need fixing. They just need to stay where they are, in the past, human, unfinished. There's another video waiting for you. Same calm, a different angle.